This is what a narcissist does to change their plan when they realize they are messing with a strong person. The people who are narcissistic know that you are starting to see through their lies. Their antics no longer give us something to think about. They can either be ignored or thrown away. People often think that narcissists love any kind of attention. Neglect and put-downs hurt narcissists, the most because they hurt their widdle wings and make them feel ashamed. That's too bad, but they've always been like that, so it makes sense. So, they choose fights with you to make you feel small, because big me, little you, and all that. Most of the time, this would be funny. It's not dangerous as long as you don't talk to violent narcissists. When this happens, the violence of the abuse gets worse. First, I'd like to talk about the kind of person who would make a narcissist want to run away. The fake victim was too much for the narcissist to handle. I made a sneaky reference to the fact that narcissists are usually mean to each other in the video. All of them are sick and crazy people who would get more out of making other people's lives hard. So, as I've already said, it would be great if they only went after each other, especially the malignant narcissist. Still, you might start to think that hurting the weak is more fun than helping them. In other words, it's the better of two bad options. These people think they can do whatever they want without getting in trouble for it. They think they can ruin the lives and careers of others without getting in trouble themselves. Narcissists often think too much of themselves and feel like they deserve a lot. A key part of a narcissist's professional success is their ability to give off an air of superiority, take credit for the work of others, and shift blame away from themselves. So, people who can't control themselves tend to see people with emotional intelligence as easy prey. Narcissists can't get enough positive feedback, so they use and abuse everyone they meet. People who care about other people are fair game in their eyes. But they can sometimes be tricked into making trouble for the wrong person. Contrary to what narcissists think, having empathy does not make you less sure of yourself. It's true that some people are easier to convince than others, and people who are good at empathy tend to be kind and helpful. But some people are just as quick to show empathy as they are to show anger. That's where the real strength lies. When someone is being a total leech, it is important to be able to turn off our empathy. Narcissists are bad people who are hard to get along with because they are self-centered, manipulative, and don't care about other people. Because there will always be people who don't deserve our sympathy, no matter what. We should also be careful not to let other people use us. In this video, I talk about the psychology behind why narcissists like the people I describe, and why they like those people. You can't treat someone badly just because they are shy, kind, caring, etc. Narcissists can't get their heads around the idea that nice, friendly people don't have to be happy when they're mistreated. The person who gets a love bomb may have been willing to give the narcissist the benefit of the doubt at first, but when it becomes clear that the narcissist has been lying to them or trying to control them, everything goes crazy. They're not scared people. So, they won't back down from telling the narcissist how their bad behavior hurts them. They are less afraid of narcissists because they can see through their lies and see the truth. To know that people who are suffering care about themselves, all you have to do is notice that they don't let the sympathy of others make their pain seem worse. This kind of victim gives the narcissist so much trouble that they start to regret ever getting involved with them because they can't trick or lie to them anymore. When bad things happen, everyone responds in their own way. Some people are willing to leave the narcissist alone, while others are actively trying to get back at them. If it seems like getting justice will take too long, it's normal to feel angry and disappointed. To get back at the narcissist, they let everyone know that they were humiliated in public. They may hurt the narcissist physically or destroy his or her things. If they feel like they've been taken advantage of financially, they'll take their dirty clothes to the dry cleaners. Some people try to get rid of narcissists by breaking the law, even though I don't think this is the best way to get something done. It's only natural to want to get back at the narcissist after all the pain they've caused you. And as I've shown in this video, some of these ways to get back could make a narcissist feel like they're at their worst. There are many things that can send a narcissist into a downward spiral of depression, but two of the most common are being outed and losing the people they thought they could hurt and ruin. But sometimes, a narcissist only needs to be caught off guard and shown solid proof of their strange behavior to finally see the light. Since those narcissists always find a reason to justify their actions, it seems likely that they will never stop being self-centered. Narcissists are angry because they can't understand why anyone wouldn't play along with their tricks. Those people really are scared of it. Because they are afraid, victims may decide that taking action against the person who hurt them would be too risky. These people would try to hide the fact that they did something wrong by blaming the victim and making themselves look like helpless victims. They would rather have these people die than have to deal with them again. It's never fun to lie, manipulate, or be abused, and some of us would rather slap the narcissist in the face than keep going down that path. When we realize that a narcissist has been manipulating us, it's like waking up from a deep sleep. If we, the smart ones, just disappear, we can cut off their narcissistic supply and leave them confused. We can avoid ever having to deal with narcissists again by taking on the traits of people who are admired. I think I've talked about everything today. I hope you have a great week. Please know how grateful I am that you took the time to hear me out. Please leave any other ideas in the section for comments below. If you think this movie is helpful, please consider making a donation and sharing it with your friends. Thanks. This is how a super empath can break the ego of a narcissist. Do you know what it means to be a super empath? It's someone who can really understand and feel other people's feelings. They've been through hard times and are stronger for it. People might not like super empaths because they stand up for what they believe in and don't let other people push them around. Everyone has problems sometimes, but being a super empath is a different kind of problem. I'm not saying everyone should be a super empath, but everyone should know how special they are. Being a super empath isn't just about being good at what you do. It's also about growing as a person and getting better. If you want to be a great empath, you should do what you think is right, even if other people don't agree. It means that your feelings, thoughts, and beliefs are strong. It means making your own decisions and being in charge of your life. Super empaths have a hard time growing up. Growing up is a big and hard process for super empaths. They don't want to waste time, and they take their job on Earth very seriously. So, they don't waste time on things like being too positive or trying to avoid their feelings. They do things that most of us would rather not do. So, they don't mind going on a hard journey to find out more about themselves. In the end, all of their hard work pays off, and they become more aware, have more control, and know more than other people. But because they are different and have more truth and power than others, they can cause trouble for people who don't care about other people, try to control their feelings, are cruel bullies, and encourage others to be the same. The exact opposite is true of super empaths. They have a strong sense of who they are and are very understanding. They are unique and came to Earth to help people in their own unique way. One way they do this is by feeling even stronger vibrations than they normally can. This is very important to what they do. They also help others by showing them what they can't see or accept about themselves. If you care a lot, you already know how hard this can be. Super empaths can help others learn more about themselves by showing them the parts of themselves they don't want to face. A big part of being a super empath is being able to feel and show other people their emotions, feelings, and who they really are. People can have strong feelings like envy, jealousy, feeling bad about themselves, anger, and others that can get worse if they don't deal with them. If a person is around someone who is very understanding, these feelings might come up, even if the person doesn't know they have them. Because of this, some people don't like to be around people who know them too well. It can be hard to work with people who don't understand their own problems, and who might make things worse by using bad things, not dealing with their problems, or acting like they've fixed everything when they haven't. People who think they are better than others just because they are happy and don't talk about their problems can also be hard to be around. If you know someone like this, a super empath might make them feel uncomfortable. A super empath might show them things about themselves that they don't want to see or don't know about. Some people who don't want to deal with their own problems might ignore or run away from the super empath, or they might even blame the super empath for their problems. This can be hard for sensitive people who grew up in homes where they were blamed for things that weren't their fault. Some people don't like super empaths because they are very understanding and always tell everyone around them about their special skills. People who aren't as grown up, sure of themselves, or aware of themselves might find this hard. Super empaths who are fully committed to their own healing and ascension journey have the potential to help others heal and grow, but when they interact with people on the destructive narcissism spectrum, they often miss this chance. As we've already talked about, the super empath is an easy target for the projector, who can then avoid taking responsibility and blame for their actions. To do this, the destructive narcissist has to blame the super empath's feelings on their own flaws. So, how can an empath who is emotionally strong beat a narcissistic ego? It takes patience, courage, strength, honesty, and a strong will. The real heroes in this story are the strong super empaths who can't be fooled by narcissists' projections and tricks. They can't be swayed by other people's attempts to control them, like spreading false information or running a smear campaign. A super empath who has a strong sense of their own integrity can't be swayed by logic or reasoning. On the other hand, narcissists are just toxic people who have been hurt in the past and are now adults. The only tools a narcissist has are destructive ones, like lying and manipulating. The super empath, on the other hand, doesn't have these flaws. They don't need other people for their mental, emotional, or spiritual health, and they have a strong sense of who they are that isn't affected by what other people say. So, relationships with other people go well when someone is a super empath, but a narcissist can't talk to someone who is clear, confident, and in control. They don't know how to deal with someone who is sure of themselves and caring. The narcissist feels uncomfortable around the super empath because they show them their fears, their weaknesses, and the truth about themselves that they don't want to face. When a narcissist is around a super empath, the narcissist's negative emotions come to the surface. This makes the narcissist more self-centered. The super empath shines a bright light on the narcissist's flaws and delusions, which makes the narcissist take out their emotional turmoil on others, while their supporters make it easier for them to do so. In spite of what most people think, super empaths are strong, brave, smart, intuitive, kind, loving, honest, and wonderful. They are immune to the toxic energy of a destructive narcissist because they have these traits. Super empaths are able to see things clearly because they are emotionally strong and trust their own judgment. They are very good at figuring out how other people feel. A strong empath can see through even the most cleverly hidden emotions, and passive-aggressive behavior doesn't fool them. The insecure and fake people who hang out in certain places might feel threatened by a super empath's quick and accurate ability to judge them. Since super empaths value honesty so much, any attempt to trick them will fail. A super empath can never forget anything because they have a great memory and can spot patterns. If you don't have good intentions, being around a strong empath can make you feel scared. They pick up on everything, from a sneer to a comment that isn't meant to be mean. Instead of responding or getting involved, they choose to wait with confidence, knowing that justice will be done in the end. Super empaths are very patient and rarely lose their temper because they are sure that their gut feelings are right. The truth always comes out of the shadows into the light, and the super empath will know if you have shown yourself to be anything but honest, genuine, or well-intentioned. A super empath should try to live their best life, follow their soul's purpose, and trust that God will take care of everything else. Narcissists who are dishonest and harmful, and the people who help them, have trouble with certainty, confidence, and power. When facing a strong empath, a destructive narcissist has no chance because the empath knows how to buy time and give enough rope for the truth to come out. When compared to the narcissist's fake front and inflated sense of self-importance, the super empath's personal and spiritual power, which is based on honesty, truth, and love, is very strong. Even though they are naturally kind and caring, super empaths can act in a cold, sociopathic way when people threaten their safety or the safety of their loved ones. When it is in their best interest to cut ties with someone, super empaths won't think twice about it. Since the super empath can't be fooled by the narcissist's projections, the narcissist shouldn't try to put the blame on the super empath. Instead, the narcissist should take responsibility for their own bad traits instead of blaming the super empath. Super empaths are a rare breed of people who are always upbeat and never give up. They are brave, fearless, adventurous, loyal, and have a lot of power. The narcissist's negativity and poison are not only brought out by the super empath's brilliant shine, but it also makes them look small. When they meet a highly empathic person, narcissists hate the fact that they aren't afraid to stand up for themselves, call them out, and use weapons like quiet detachment and time, instead of being a passive target that is easy to manipulate, dominate, fool, or control. Strong empaths, unlike narcissists, can heal and move on with a new view of life. The narcissist will realize that the super empath is out of their hands and must carry the weight of their destructive behavior. When destructive narcissists are trapped and have to look at themselves in the mirror, they may start having nightmares. This is great news. I think I said everything that needs to be said about this. More videos about the dangers of narcissistic abuse can be found on my channel if you want to learn more. What makes a hidden narcissist hate? Today, we're going to talk more about what makes covert narcissists so dangerous. How do they hurt people nearby? One of the worst things about a covert narcissist is that they can't let go of old grudges. They have a strong desire for revenge and enjoy seeing other people suffer a lot. They are always on the lookout for a chance to get back at someone. Even the smallest insult or slight can hurt a covert narcissist. They are very observant and can pick up on small expressions or make them where there are none. There's a thin line between showing them love and hurting their feelings. They will take it personally if you don't answer their phone or message right away, disagree with them, or point out a flaw in their thinking. Covert narcissists who can't just get over being insulted will cause trouble. They are very set on getting even. Even if you say you're sorry, they will still try to find something wrong with what you did. They could act like they have forgotten the past, but in reality, they are just waiting for the right time to get even. Covert narcissists are very dangerous because they can't forgive others and want other people to hurt. Covert narcissists are more of a threat when they do something bad in public, especially if it comes from someone who doesn't know how things work inside. They take criticism very personally and won't hesitate to get even if they think they've been wronged. That's why it's so important to know how to spot a covert narcissist and take steps to protect yourself. It's important to remember that covert narcissists are very insecure and small-minded when they talk to other people. Even though they might laugh off criticism, they are easily offended and hold grudges for a long time. They might even keep a record of every wrong done to them, with dates and names. This information gives them a reason to dislike you and keep an eye on you. Don't believe a covert narcissist when they act like they can keep the peace in public. They really can't. They will try to get away with anything they think they can. They are experts at putting the past behind them and will do anything to keep you from finding out the truth about what they did wrong. If you make them feel bad, they will dislike you even more. More than that, covert narcissists think you have no right to criticize or disagree with anything they do. They want you to forget the past, but you can be sure that they will never forget their own problems. It doesn't matter how hard you try to make things right or how sorry you are to them. They think they have every right to feel angry and hostile toward you, and they won't let go of those feelings anytime soon. This shows how important it is to stay completely quiet when dealing with covert narcissists. They will always try to get back at you for what they think you've done wrong. If you're dealing with a covert narcissist, it's best to end things and move on. Don't talk to them, don't try to talk sense into them, and don't apologize. Don't care about them. Instead, focus on getting better. For the simple reason that it only takes a small offense to put you in serious danger, they seem to be looking for any reason to be offended by you to back up their already strong dislike for you. Covert narcissists don't forgive others and will get even for the smallest or imagined wrongs. This trait shows how angry and sad they really are. In today's video, this is all I can say for now. As usual, I hope that this helps you in some way. Don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. I'm glad you took the time to hear me out. Have a pleasant day.
The conclusion in this video, the behavior and psychology of narcissist people. Narcissists are self-centered, manipulative, and do not care about other people. They feel entitled, alone, and think they can do whatever they want without getting in trouble for it. They often choose fight to make others feel small and hurt their self-esteem. Narcissists cannot get enough positive feedback and abuse everyone they meet, especially those who show empathy and kindness. They are hard to get along with and bad people who do not deserve sympathy. The article explains that some people try to get back at narcissists by breaking the law or destroying their belongings. However, this is not the best way to deal with them. Victims can take action against the person who hurt them, but sometimes they may be too afraid to do so. The article concludes that some narcissists only change their behavior when caught off guard and shown solid proof of their strange behavior. However, it is unlikely that they will ever stop being self-centered. Victims should be careful not to let narcissists use them and not to treat someone badly just because they are shy, kind, or caring. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click